Alright folks, I'm back. We are having a conversation. One of the people on here, I'm trying to protect him. I'm also trying to protect myself by trying to get someone present so that I can speak to the officers without fear of possible retaliation. Having a witness is always useful. Also, we were just discussing, I don't feel comfortable without someone there. I also don't feel comfortable giving his name, not because he's a bad person by any means, but because he does work for the sheriff that I'm trying to put in prison.
Oh, that's just my dispatch real quick.
Yes, sir. If it's an emergency, go.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, yeah. Yep, still out here. It's in a bad spot. You can just go ahead and stop the status checks. All right, thank you. Bye.
Anyway, I don't want my witnesses' names being circulated around his department, and as a result, he says that he's the only deputy on this morning, so I'm going to try to get a hold of some people and hopefully set up an appointment to visit with them later on and give them the names of the witnesses.
Okay.
That's acceptable.
That's acceptable. Do you know Deputy Kramer?
Is that the dark-haired or the dark-skinned, blonde or white-haired guy?
No. It was another deputy that was with him that night.
He didn't stop. He was just cruising around.
He was just cruising around.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. It was freaky. It was like a shark circling their prey. Me and the guys that I was talking to, we were discussing whether or not the officers were going to stop with them two there, or if they were going to wait until I was alone.
Okay. No, he's the one. He's got some questions about what happened up at the apartments. So he'll be on after 4 o'clock this evening. So if you wanted to come in, you can bring who you want to him at the sheriff's office or call in.
At what time?
He comes on at 4 p.m.
Okay.
The dark-skinned gentleman, that's Deputy Hammond, he'll be on with him this evening too. So there'll be two guys on. And then if you want to bring your witness in, just come on down to the sheriff's office, call ahead.
I won't be bringing my witness in. He'll be somebody that you'll have to go to his house and talk to. But I'm going to bring somebody down for my own security.
Okay, for your own security. Yeah, no, that's not a problem.
The other deputy, the light-haired one, what's his name again?
Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hammond.
Yes.
Or would it be Mark? There's actually a Mark Hammond and a Mark Hamill, so I guess that works. I don't want him present.
You don't want him present?
No, sir. I was trying to explain to him what was going on the other night. He wasn't interested in anything I had to say.
Okay.
All he was interested in was trying to get me to say that I was suicidal so he could put me on a hold.
Got it.
That is not acceptable.
Yeah, no. But, okay, he doesn't have to be present. There's going to be two guys on. If you want to bring that person in, just call, do you have dispatch's number? Or do you need a card? You do?
Do you want another card, though?
Yeah. Let me see if I got... Yep, my last one right there. And that number at the bottom, that's dispatch. Just after like 4 p.m., he's got some questions for you, and you can give all that information to him, okay? And then bring that person in and try to figure some things out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else for me that you need?
Yeah, what are you guys going to do about the intimidation and the threats?
With the Sandy Fromm?
All of it.
All of it?
Kurth is where this started, and Chris Kurth, the way that started was over the slander in the media.
Okay, and when did all this happen?
The slander in the media happened when Natalie died.
Okay.
Chris Kurth, first time he threatened me was June or July, I think, of 2018. That's actually what I was trying, one of the situations I was trying to turn in when...
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, that was a screwed up situation.
I'll see what I could do. There might not be much with it being a couple years old.
Well, sir, the threats from Sandy Fromm are less than 2 weeks old, and the last time that Chris Kurth threatened me was only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And if the police had done something about it 2 years ago, it would have made a difference.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't here 2 years ago, but what we can do is on the...
But your sheriff was, and your sheriff was told about it explicitly and exclusively.
Yeah.
3 of your officers were. And I already know when I say stuff like that, you're going to say, I wasn't here, I wasn't here, I wasn't here. I'm not telling you because I thought you were here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you because you weren't here.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Because the police did not do anything in specific, the deputies and the sheriff in this town did nothing about Chris Kurth in 2018. He has repeatedly since then been allowed to do those things.
Okay. So what we can do on that same little interview that you'd be coming in for after 4, bring the phone, bring all that with the text messages on there, and we'll just have you to write out a statement, okay? And then we can start that investigation and go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there anything else you need from me?
There's nothing I need from you. Anything you need from me?
Yes, sir. I need an investigator.
Okay.
I've got evidence on well over 100 predators between this computer, my court paperwork, and a lot of those victims are children.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a lot of victims who are women who were raped, and their rapist got away with it by calling them bipolar or mentally ill.
Yeah.
The problem is there are way too many laws to allow these predators to get away, and there are way too many laws that put victims like myself at risk.
Yeah.
And paint us as the predators. There's people up there. Megan is a good one to talk to. Her mom hates me and has been slandering me up there at low income for a while now, trying to get people to hate me. I don't need that.
No.
I'm trying to mind my own business. Mm-hmm. When stuff like that happens, I make sure it's posted. I put it on the internet. Okay. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's the point. I want to trust at least one officer here, but you guys all work for the same sheriff, and that sheriff is going to prison. Okay. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Okay. He will be going to prison. Just make sure you don't do anything stupid to try to help him out.
Yep. No. Gotta cover my ass, right?
That's right. A lot of people, they did these things because their fellow officers were friends of theirs, and I understand that. Yeah. But that doesn't detract from the fact that those people did wrong. And I'm not expecting you to say that DaCosta did any wrong. Obviously, most of the wrong things that he did happened before you got here. What are you going to say about those situations other than you weren't here?
Yeah.
That's pretty important. I'm going to go for a walk.
Okay.
I want to thank you for stopping and thank you for listening.
Yeah, anytime.
But I do need, because of the sensitive nature of the material, because it does have to do with sex trafficking, and because it is across multiple jurisdictions and states, I need somebody from the FBI.
Yeah, I know there's a federal agency that deals with the child trafficking and all that. Let me see if I can find that number. I don't have it on the top of my head. I'm going to have to do some research and track it down.
All right.
I'll get that to that deputy this evening when you come in, and he can forward that on to you, okay?
All right. Also, there's a woman who is a victim of that. I rescued her from a trap house in 2018. Not once, but twice. Okay. Addiction's a bitch. But she can help find... She has a lot of knowledge of the people in that area, including Kevin McGregor. Is it Kevin McGregor? And she can help to find a lot of those missing kids.
Okay.
They're trafficking them up I-90 between Montana and Denver. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys here in Dual County are probably at least somewhat aware of that.
Somewhat aware, but yeah, it's kind of a blink and you'll miss the county, so we try to do what we can.
Well, I got the hookup and I got the lowdown. I even got a lot of witnesses that are very, very heavy into the criminal activities, admitting to crimes that you guys here aren't going to be interested in, but Colorado certainly will be.
Okay. Let me see. I'll get that number to that deputy when you come in, and he can forward it on to you, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Anything else?
You safe, Mr. Holloway. That's important. I'm sorry for not being a dick to the officer, but the officer's not a dick to me. I know some of y'all are expecting that out of me, that automatically if I talk to a police officer I need to be a dick. But I'll treat you accordingly. If you're an asshole to me, I'll be an asshole to you. But not to start off with. Now, for the time being, I gotta go talk to one of my witnesses and see if he's too scared to come forward. If he's too scared to come forward, well, at least I got it recorded.